No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today I'm in here with a real Oakland, should we say legend, or do you want to be like up and coming media talent?
West Oakland. Put West Oakland first.
I got to go super specific.
Yeah.
Because I really got a problem where I can't like ever remember anything about NorCal and like what is what and who's from where. It's like really bad. Like I don't know why I can't wrap my head around it.
We don't get into that.
Why, you seen that on camera?
Yeah, y'all be sleep on us.
Yeah, that's probably the truth to that.
Yeah, y'all be sleep on us.
Damn. Lil Blood is in the building.
Thank you, Adam. Appreciate you having me.
How you feeling?
I'm blessed, bro.
I just introduced you to the Whack 100 show.
Yeah. Interesting guy. Shout out Whack.
Very, very interesting individual. What are you up to? You've been spending a lot of time down here in LA. I know we had to reschedule this a couple of times or something.
Nah. So what happened, I got a little under the weather, and I think your assistant, she was like, hey, let's do it at 4. I'm like, man, can we just reschedule it? Because I'm kind of...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we just switched it, put it off for a week.
Okay.
Yeah, but LA, I've been LA for years. I've been for years, but you know, just started happening different. I started this podcast and getting me indoors, get my names indoors and places.
So you've been spending a lot more time down here doing business?
Same. I'm always in LA. LA down there, my second home.
Really?
Yeah.
You like it more or less?
No, it's just regular. It got a little dangerous during the EDD era. After the EDD era, it got a little dangerous, but
yeah,
hella dangerous.
I wasn't aware that era was over.
Yeah, for sure. It's over. Look at all the robberies. Money gone.
You don't hear about all these viral robberies like they were doing for a while, right? But there's still rich people, still plenty of targets, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I stay away from that. I know how to move.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, yeah. That's a big priority for me, is to make myself not a target for people that want to wait outside your crib to rob you.
Right. Got to move around a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. So, okay, let's give them a little bit of the backstory, even though I feel like if they're clicking on this, they might already know about Lil Blood. Tell us a little bit about your upbringing and everything.
Upbringing, same up. I don't want to say I was born in poverty like that, because although we was a little less fortunate, it didn't seem like it. You just know type. You just know. I mean, as I got older, I kind of figured it out. But, you know, we always had enough. You know, we might didn't have super, but we always had enough. And like I said, it didn't feel like poverty. It just felt like, you know, life. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, product of West Oakland. Love everything it taught me. And, yeah, basically like everybody else, I ain't going to put you to sleep. Like, oh, we was homeless. We was eating out the trash can. We wasn't doing that.
No, it wasn't that.
Hell no. Okay. But it was good, though, for the most part.
Definitely. But you say you still love it so much. What comes to mind in terms of like what embodies Oakland for you as a city?
The culture, the women, the game. You know, our game is ridiculous. We got more game than a little bit. We can talk a fly for sure off some. It's just that Oakland mentality. You know, we're all like that.
Right. Yeah. Actually, to be honest, like just talking to people from Northern California and Oakland and Sac or whatever has really got me kind of paranoid. Like if I find out that a girl's from there, it just makes me feel like, oh, she probably sold at some point. You meet a dude from out there, you're like, oh, he's probably a pimp, or he like very specifically chose to not be a pimp. And that's kind of weird to have that much of a reputation for a place.
No, it's crazy, right? Because I just had this conversation. It's not even that, right? I just think Northern California women are different from LA women. And I say that to say this. The bitches from Northern California, they more be on some like boss putting nigga on type shit. Like if they see they nigga down, they gonna splurge on it. They gonna put that on. Versus LA, that damn near want somebody to trick on her, and we ain't on that type of trick, brother. We ain't on that. And I can't speak for all LA, but the majority of them, they want somebody to trick on them. You get what I'm saying? I don't think them got the hustle or the work ethic that a from Northern California got.
So what's the difference in terms of, like, why do you think that that's the case?
Because of
the dudes down here are simps and the dudes up there are just gangsters.
Shit in my mouth.
I mean, that's how I take it.
No, I got a lot of good people from LA. It's not even that. It's just that a lot of LA cats, and y'all don't kill me in the comments, they'll rather, you know, trick on it to where we was born to, that gotta pay you. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that is hard for me to wrap my head around. Whenever I see footage of like dudes pimping and they got girls just like handing them piles of money, I'm like, how the do you brainwash her to the extent where she's going to do that?
Adam, it's not brainwashing. It's like this. Why do cereal need milk? You feel me?
To soften it up and make it taste better?
Okay, it's somebody for everybody. Like a regular person, a female don't get turned out. She was born, it's in her genetics. You get what I'm saying? That wanted to. My mom told me every female thought about it. You know, it's a price on everything, right?
I totally don't agree. I think most girls don't ever think about it.
No.
It is totally a product of the environment thing, because you realize, like, if we were to go like where I'm from, none of the girls ever can consider celibate.
Where you from, Adam?
New Hampshire.
You don't know. It's just that's man, real white trailer park females that sell, and that's just something females want to do.
Right, but it's extremely small. Where I'm from is an extremely small percentage. It's not part of the culture. Okay. Nobody is having it like forced upon them at all or whatever. It's just completely foreign to the vast majority of people. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying it's definitely not part of the culture.
Okay, dig this, Adam. I've never met a female, and that's just me. I've never met a female who was in this shit by force. It's always been by choice.
Sex trafficking is huge in this country and all over the world.
I wouldn't call it trafficking because it's willingly.
But a lot of it's not willing.
What part of not willing?
Tons of women are kidnapped and sold into sex trafficking every year.
I'm talking about what we got going on. Like with this culture, we're not talking about that mania-ass culture. They're doing stealing women and selling them across countries and different. We're not talking about that. We're talking about immaculate conception, a female who want to go stand on the corner or work the carpets or even on some internet shit. She want to do that willingly. If not, this is America. You can call the police. Police driving by all the time. You can flag the police down.
But why would a woman want to go sell pussy all day out on the street corner, risk getting AIDS, getting shot, getting stabbed, and then go give all the money to a dude? It doesn't really process in my brain.
Adam, don't kill me for this. Did Lena give you the money after she just did what she did?
No.
Is it coming to your household?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did make a lot of money off it, but it's not the same money that she made.
No, it's the same thing. Right. It's the same thing. The pot can't call the skillet black, Adam. You can't.
I just expressed the opposite of the arrangement that you're describing.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
No, she made a bunch of money and she kept it.
Because
the majority of it.
Listen, because why? Yeah, they handed it over for the most part, but they're getting taken care of. They're getting their hair done. So whatever they want. If they got the right situation going on, if they're not paying no trash can, whatever they want, they're getting. They just want somebody to manage their money. Allegedly.
You guys are just excellent gaslighters. Allegedly. You know what gaslighting is?
I don't know what gaslighting is, but I'm just keeping it 100 with
Girls
you.
know. Every girl knows.
I'm keeping it 100 with you. The pot can't call a kettle black, Adam.
I just, because I have this conversation with all kinds of pimp type people, and it's just kind of shocking to me sometimes.
Man, I ain't no pimp, man. I don't represent that. I mean, not represent it. I don't, y'all don't represent pimping. I'm not no pimp in no shape, fashion, or form. No, I'm not. I'm just speaking on experiences, and I'm speaking on that I know. I'm not up here church and man, this. No, I do not represent
little sharp
that.
impersonation there real quick.
No, hell no. That's not even sharp. That's just the average motherfucker who you run into that's spitting this shit, that's slick with this shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm not representing that. I'm just letting you know what I know. You get what I'm saying?
I do know it's AOB.
Whatever that abbreviation is, all on the.
All on the. That's what Jason out there always tells me.
Yeah, man. See, like I said, Adam, you just gotta know.
You're right. I just don't get it because I'm not.
You get it. You get it. I understand. You know, you gotta do a certain.
I thought about a lot of crimes in my life, and I also like even when I was young, I was fucking a lot of girls, but it just never really occurred to me that like, we could sell this. Which thank God, because I probably would have done it if I had figured it out at a young age.
Pimping and hoeing is the oldest profession.
I know. I just didn't really. I wasn't exposed to it.
Are you a Christian?
Hell no.
You believe in the Bible? You're familiar with the Bible?
No. Well, I know that it exists.
Okay, yeah. I'm familiar with the Bible too, but I think Mary Magdalene, Jesus' right hand little woman, was. You know what I'm saying? It's Sodom and Gomorrah. They were selling in Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's why God blew it up.
Exactly. This is the oldest profession. I hear that.
I've always read that the Virgin Mary, that's like a mistranslation from the Bible, and that virgin was actually like she was a, and that was. Like they ended up with virgin, but that was actually not what the person who wrote it was intending to get across.
You deep on that?
Do your Googles. I don't know.
You deep on that one? I don't know about that.
Yeah, just offended a few people. Yeah. But yeah, so you grew up around all that? Like that's like a fond memory for you as a kid? You were just seeing host strolls and shit like that?
Nah, what I was seeing was a whole lot of money making, and I wanted to grow up and be that and do just that. Our parents encouraged. I had great parents, great grandparents, uncles, everybody around me. Of course, even they was in a fast life, but they always encouraged us to go to school. They took us school shopping. They bought us books. We had everything we need. I chose to do what I wanted to do on my own behalf, on my own decision. It wasn't my household that made me go the way I went. It was my decision.
So the way you're talking now is making me feel like you were real deep in this pimping shit. When the other interviews that I listened to of you, you were like really trying to dip and dodge around acknowledging that.
Because you just had a pimping whole situation, man. So
and because I'm the realist
right
interviewer,
yeah,
so
man.
you got to come clean
like
with
I'm
me.
Talking to a pimp right now. You dig what I'm saying? Adam, you had all the pimps like this.
Well, a real pimp pimps his bottom bitch out, right?
I don't know. That's what I heard.
That's what I hear too. Yeah,
that's what I heard.
It's not for me, but
yeah, but salute you for that, man. I see you catching a lot of slack for that, man. That shit is not that big.
Yeah,
you know, salute you for doing that. You know,
Appreciate
take
that.
a stand-up cat to do some shit like that, a real stand-up cat to do some shit like that. And,
I don't know if you're trolling me or not, but I agree. Yeah.
No, for real. To each his own. Man, look at me. You watch my interviews. I don't troll.
We in the porn world. To me, like it's a porn thing.
Exactly.
It's a business thing.
And I think it's just blew up because it's Adam.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's just because of you. But my boy Nano, he told me to tell you, I told him I was coming on here, and he said, ask Adam, do he know what chuckles is? It's like you watch your bitch get fucked, some shit like that.
Chuckles?
Yeah.
When you just sit there and have a laugh? You chuckle during it?
Yeah, he told me, like, man, ask Adam if he's a chuckle. I'm like, all right.
You mean a cuckold? He said chuckle.
Say it again.
Cuckold.
Cuckold,
like Cuckold.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Shout out my boy Nano. He the one told me to ask you that shit.
That's good. I like the translation. Holy shit. So, all right, what was your first attempt at hustling though? Like in terms of just making money and doing your thing, did you have jobs or were you in the streets?
I used to work
before?
at a car wash. No,
Okay.
I had hella shit before I wanted to jump in the streets. So me working at a car wash and the car wash closed, it kind of played a big part of me wanting to hustle and shit. I used to work at this car wash on 34th and Pablo called WB Auto Detailing, and I used to make good money up there, good money washing cars. And something happened where it was closed for remodeling or something. Oh, no, my dad took me to Texas. And I was already used to having a couple of dollars just from working a car wash and doing a little mischievous shit, like little house break-ins and shit. And, yeah, so my dad took me to Texas, and I came back from Texas, and I just wanted money. So I just started, hustling.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
But I went legal first, though. I didn't just,
Yeah.
I tried to do the right thing about it.
Yeah, nah, like a job is like the first hustle.
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
for some people.
Yeah, for some people.
I can't say that for
Unless you
everybody.
was in the 90s, like when people was really making tens and thousands a week selling dope, I for sure would have sold dope back then.
I that was what like turned me into a hustler was selling shoes at Sears.
Right.
Because all of a sudden I got a job where I was on commission. So it's like I would have a week where I'd make a shitload of money because I worked my ass off, and then I'd have a week where I didn't make that much because I wasn't working hard, which is way different than working at the grocery store where I was getting $5.50 an hour no matter what happened.
Right.
So like during that, work was just like avoiding work. And then once I got used to the idea of like, oh, if I work harder, I'll make more money, that kind of turned me out.
I think if you work smarter, not harder, you make more money.
Yeah, and then you get to the point where it's like, oh, I don't want to just be grinding every fucking hour of the day. It's not worth it if you have to be working 18 hours a day,
Right. You said you were from Iowa?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire? What the fuck is New Hampshire?
It's right outside Boston.
Oh, okay.
All the way up there, northeast.
Right. So this was like a culture shock for you.
Moving out here, I lived in Brooklyn and Queens for like 7 years before I moved out here, so it was a gradual transition. And then I moved to like the worst parts of the Southern California area all the way up to like, living in a nice ass place now.
Okay, cool.
So,
Dope.
Gradual transition.
Yeah, salute.
Yeah, appreciate it. So, okay, when did you, like, I don't know, where should we go from here? Because you were doing your thing out there, and then at a certain point, you start to get more into the culture and everything?
No. So what happened was I went to YA for some shit. I ended up getting out of YA. Boom. Back to the block, back to doing all that shit. But shout out Shady Nate, brother Shady Nate. I was in the car rapping with him one day, and Shady Nate was like, nigga, you dope, clean that shit up. I'm going to take you to the studio. Took me to the studio. I laid the track, and he played the track from my boy Jay Stalin. Shout out to Jay Stalin, Live Wire Record. You need to get Jay Stalin up here.
Let's do it.
Bay Area legend.
Yeah.
Nah, don't just say let's do it and look away.
Line it
like
up.
that.
Send me the
look
IG.
in my
Let's do it.
eyes and tell me, okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it and just look like, nah, fuck that. I read body language. I'm like a fucking profiler. I'm good at this.
No,
shit.
I listened to your T-Rel interview earlier, and I was just thinking, like, damn, you really think so? We're not down to fuck with underground artists. I feel like, if anything, sometimes I feel like we interview artists who are like too small for the platform. I'm not against that at all. I feel like, if anything, I bring a lot of good shit out of smaller artists when they come on here.
You do, and I also told T-Rail, shout out to T-Rail. He the first one brought me on this platform.
Yeah.
Salute to T-Rail, smack everything they doing. But I also told him, at the time, I felt that No Jumper was stirring up a lot of shit, bro. A lot of shit.
Some things never change.
And I was saying that before all that shit happened. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I was just saying that because, I'm a fan of the show. I look at the shit. And then I was looking in the direction that's going. I'm like, damn, Adam kind of treading dangerous waters now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still here. You're definitely still here. I salute. But I was just looking like, damn, he's just kind of like treading, like.
What a lot of people call being too mixy or too gossipy or causing beef or whatever, I call just like being good at podcasting. So the fact that people increasingly say that about me over the years, to me, is just like a very clear indication that I'm getting better at what I do.
Okay. Me, for example, right? I got a podcast, Lil Blood TV. My shit don't do half as good as y'all shit do, right? And but the guests I get is guests people can't pay to interview. And that's because they like, bro, like, I don't think when I'm sitting with you, Blood, I don't feel like I'm sitting with a culture vulture. I'm sitting with somebody who want me to say some incriminating shit so I can go to jail. Like, when I watch your shit, I get a good peace of mind. You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people tell me that shit. Like, for example, they say my shit is not wrestling. My shit is more boxing than it is WWF. You get what I'm saying? So people, like, they love this shit. And I'm not doing, like I said, I'm not doing half the numbers you're doing. I'm not looking for no viral moments. I'm not sitting no Blood down and asking no Blood about no Crips. I'm not doing none of that shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm just having a real player conversation. We chopping it up, this, that, and the other. I know some of the shit, if I worded it like clickbait, it'll go viral, but I'm not into that. You get what I'm saying? I just want pure, dope, raw and uncut, straight drop. You get what I'm saying? Drop a 9-pack and only bring back a zip type shit.
To me, though, like, I've done plenty of interviews where we just vibe out, talk about random shit.
Like it?
No, it's cool.
No, you don't like it?
It's one thing. Like, I think of, like, my game interview. I didn't ask him any of the, like, drama shit just because he'd been interviewed too many times. It's like, nobody wants to hear your fucking G-Unit tales. So I did, like, that kind of interview with him. But at the same time, when I'm interviewing, a King Yella, who, like, you can't listen to him for 2 fucking seconds without knowing who his ops are and knowing who he got problems with from the music and shit. If I were to interview him and not ask those kinds of questions, I am failing my audience because that's what his content is about.
Okay, right. And I agree with that. That's him.
Right.
You get me? That's him. But you don't get no, let's say, for example, a 19 Keys on here and try to act 19 Keys, some controversial shit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you got to.
How do you ask 19 Keys some
because his very belief system is like easy to like see what would be controversial about it, But I interviewed 19 Keys and we had a great conversation. But I don't think I asked him anything like super dramatic.
19 Keys too, and we had a great, super dope conversation, right?
But I love interviewing religious people and just telling them why I don't agree with them, and then getting into the argument about religion because then at least there's something to talk about.
But you're an atheist?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe in good and bad?
Sure.
You believe there's a supernatural, there's something that's, you don't believe in none of that?
No.
So you don't believe in the devil, you don't believe in none of that shit? Okay, cool.
So it does kind of lead us to like a boring conversation sometimes because there's not a lot to talk about.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I had O-Block J Hood on here the other day and we ended up arguing about religion for half the thing and I thought it was fucking great.
I don't even know the fuck that is.
He's a guy from O-Block.
Oh, okay. Shout out O-Block.
You ever been?
No. I've been in Chicago a few times. I've never been to O-Block.
What's Angry Africans?
So Angry African, it's my clothing line.
Oh, that's
man.
yours? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I see you keep looking at my shit, you feel me? Shout out Myers and Tillman, my boys out of Fresno, he be printing this shit up for me.
You got a Japanese cartoon character on there, right?
No, that's the Boondocks. Stop playing with me. Shit, you sleep.
I thought it was Dragon Ball Z or something.
My shit. Fuck you talking about?
No, but I seen a meme the other day that was like, why do like girls feel the need to have like a black Little Mermaid, but meanwhile all these young black kids are inspired by Dragon Ball Z and all this anime shit, even though the characters in that shit don't look anything like them, but that doesn't seem to even be a thought.
That's the media, bro. Like, I don't think my sister don't give a fuck. My niece don't give a fuck about a black mermaid.
Right.
I think that shit just the media, and that's that what's that dualism shit, white versus black.
Yeah.
That's I think that's all that is.
For the record, I don't think there's anything wrong with like why can't we have a black Little Mermaid?
Right, just like a black Spider-Man.
First one was a cartoon.
Yeah, I don't understand that shit. So
Yeah.
I don't even pay attention to that type shit.
Okay.
Like I said, that's black versus white. I don't believe it's a hidden agenda and all that weird ass shit.
Turn the Little Mermaid black. There ain't no mermaids, so it's up for interpretation. Now, if they do like a Benjamin Franklin documentary and they turn him black, I'm gonna be like,
So
okay, well, we know that wasn't the case. This is kind of inaccurate.
I think I
right?
seen y'all post some shit. What's the white boy name? Supposed to be playing Martin Luther King? Is that true?
What?
Is that true? What's the white boy nigga name? No, you think I'm bullshit?
Is that real?
Yeah.
I gotta Google
that shit, bro. It's
Martin
one of them
Luther-
famous white people too.
Martin Luther
Yeah,
King
one of them little famous white people supposed to be playing that nigga too.
played by a white man. I just gotta know what comes up. Robert Branch, the white actor cast as King, said he was surprised as anyone to get the part. But this is from 2015.
No, nigga, this new, nigga. Man, what's the Forrest Gump nigga? His name?
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, type it in.
He's playing Martin Luther King.
Man, type it in, man. Fuck. You believe in conspiracies?
The time a white actor played Martin Luther King in 2015. This happened in 2015. Is
Tom
what
Hanks?
I'm getting. No, it was just some random guy, I think. But I guess the people were outraged by it, and it's probably never going to happen again. 2015, the world was a lot less woke, so I could see that. God damn. It was on
Come on,
Netflix?
stop playing with me, bro. Yeah. That's fake news? Okay.
Look at that picture right there.
You see what I'm saying?
Yo, Tom Hanks. Shout out Tom Hanks. I like Forrest Gump.
Adam, come on my podcast.
Is it up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can come down here.
No, I mean, I'll do it for sure. It's
No,
just-
I'll come down
I don't know
here.
when I'm going to be up there.
Nah, fuck all that. No, my shit. I'm a big deal, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll do it. It's just realistically when I'm going to be up there is kind of the question.
I come down here.
I mean, we do it down here. It's no problem, yeah.
All right, cool.
I've been turning out a lot of podcasts lately, but I'll do yours.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the culture. See what I'm saying?
What's Angry Africans about, though?
So we're not the vanguard for no Black Panther, no Black Lives Matters movement. We're not none of that. We're just fighting against all oppressed people. You ain't got to be black. You ain't got to be white. You ain't got to be Mexican. If you're an oppressed people, we fighting for you. We standing up for you. I'm from Oakland, California, West Oakland, the Bay Area. We don't deal with racism. It's like a big-ass gumbo pot. All the Mexicans, the whites, the Chinese, everybody from my neighborhood, we all sound the same. We all dress the same. And we all got the common denominator at the end of the day. That's money and making it home to our family.
But so you say you don't deal with racism? Like everybody just kind of on the same page?
Damn near, yeah.
That's
Damn
good.
near.
That's great to hear.
In the Bay Area, yeah.
I remember last time I was in Oakland.
Northern California, like from Sac down.
Right.
You feel me?
It's a great culture. There's no denying that. Yeah, it's insane. But okay, I was in Oakland for like a week on a BMX trip, and we were listening to nonstop, like Real the Young OG and PZ and RMC Mike at that time. And so we're in the van, and we pull up to like a corner store, and we open it up, and hella blunt smoke just pours out of the van. And we're blasting Rio the Young OG, and obviously has some of the most ignorant lyrics in the history of hip hop. He says terrible, reprehensible things that are so fucking funny. And you know, there's like some dudes like on the corner who just look like very intelligent black men. And they just lock eyes with me, and I'm just immediately like, I see myself like, oh fuck, like. What am I doing with my life? Like, we're just driving around smoking hella blunts in this whip and then just listening to this music. And like the way they looked at me, I was just like, I don't know how I fit into the world around me, because like they were clearly thinking,
Was it because
you're
Oakland?
fucked up. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't have seen these types of dudes in LA. Like this very specific type of dude. I can't describe it
What
exactly.
type of black man were they? Describe it.
they looked like they really cared about their community and good participants in
How
their
the fuck do
community.
you look like you care about your community?
I don't know. It was like 2 years ago. I can't remember.
He be saying
Either way,
anything,
I just
yeah.
felt like they were like being like hella judgmental of me, and I couldn't blame them at all because we looked ignorant as fuck, and the whole van is full of white boys too. So I was just like, I didn't ask them like, so what do you think of me? But I got the idea.
So if you
that
was
they were
riding
judging
around-
the fuck out of
So
me.
if you was riding around smoking, listening to Led Zeppelin that loud, do you think it would have been the same thing when you opened the van door? Or it was just because you was playing
They
black
probably,
music?
those dudes probably would have been like, damn, motherfucker's still listening to Led Zeppelin and smoking backwards. That's cool, I guess.
Right.
I don't know how they would have felt, but people always say that to me, like, why don't you report on fucking Led Zeppelin news? Why are you talking to all these rappers? I'm like, I don't know. I was never really super drawn to that shit.
Right.
I mean, all that shit's like 20 years before I was born, too.
So Too Short was too, but I still fuck with him.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's hard for me to like really love music that came out before I was born,
Right.
to a certain extent. Actually, I can say that about hip hop. That like anything that came out before I started listening to hip hop doesn't resonate with me the same way that hip hop that I lived through resonates with me.
Let me ask you a question, if you don't mind.
Go crazy.
How do you feel when people be like, "Oh, Adam's a culture vulture," or "No Jumper is this, they're doing this, they're doing that"? Like, how do you feel? Like I said, I follow your page.
I feel almost nothing.
I follow your page, right? And I seen some Chicago shit, and he was like, "Man, I told him not to answer this," and it was kind of like a few people making posts about it, and I'm like, "Damn!" So I just started this podcast shit, and I haven't really got no big ass backlash and shit like that. But how does that make you feel? And you still got to get up the next morning and come do your job. Like, how do?
It doesn't even scratch the surface of my brain for
But
the
you're
day.
human, Adam.
Yeah, I'm human. I'm just trying to figure out what he's pouring up down there.
I just saw that.
You got a ginger ale? Okay.
I just don't want. When I do my podcast, I don't be showing different little labels.
I feel like the average person could not comprehend how much I have to read about myself and how much I don't care. So I mean, calling it a culture vulture is like whatever. That's nothing.
What is a culture vulture in your books?
Culture vulture, somebody who comes into the culture, I guess, and tries to make money off it without giving like a sincere, without really being a part of it.
Do you feel you gave back and you were part of it?
Yeah, I've been into this shit my whole life. A lot of people like apparently feel like my lived experience doesn't give me enough authority to have opinions on shit. That doesn't mean anything to me. I don't give a fuck what they think about me. I've been listening to rap for like 20 years. If I didn't have an interesting perspective on rap, way longer than 20 years. I'm 39. I've been listening to rap for 30 years. And if I didn't have the kind of perspective that people were interested in hearing, then I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So that shit don't really scratch the surface. In terms of that Chicago shit you're referring to, I just feel like they're soft as fuck and they just were being babies about shit. So, I mean, that also doesn't really, it takes a lot to get to my brain. People say the worst shit about me. So like the little things, culture vulture, that don't mean nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like a down spike in your views? Like, damn, my shit going bad because they think I'm fucking with the culture, or do it?
No, I mean we had a dip in views when the host left for like maybe 2 months, but right now we're right back where we were at before. And I mean, but never like those are the kind of accusations that don't do anything.
Right.
People calling you a culture vulture don't mean nothing.
Right.
All that means is that you're doing a good job and you're asking the shit people want to hear.
Right. So, man to man, right? The host that was left and shit. I'm not about to get out on that business. I'm not gonna do that. But I have a high level of respect for Smack and T-Rail. I just met AD at their little shit, at their little live show. But I have a high level of respect for Smack and T-Rail, especially Smack. I met Smack in Oakland. Like, I didn't even know he was from LA when I met Smack. I met Smack in Oakland. And they good brothers. And man to man, like, in some ways, do you regret that shit or wish it could have went differently?
I think they probably regret it. For me, no, I don't really give a shit at this point. It was a little rough to have to make it over that hump, but no, it wasn't really.
Okay. And making it over that hump, what did that consist of? Just keep content, keep consistent?
Getting more hosts, putting a little bit of time between it, like even like people think I'm supposed to be super upset about them leaving. I got Whack 100. We started a show together. The show's crushing any of the shows that we had before. Way more views. People are way more into it. It's just, I don't know. For somebody like me, it's like, yeah, like rough patches come about. You grind through it. You make it through it. My career will not be defined by the people that I had on this platform. And if anything, in the future, if any of those people who left, if they end up becoming extremely successful in media, I mean, that will be part of my history in media. It's like, look at these people whose careers I helped start. Now, I think that they kind of left under like a false pretense, acting like they were victims or like I was doing anything negative to them. That's the part that I didn't appreciate. But ultimately, like, do I really like care that much? Not really. I mean, it was unfortunate that it went down the way it went down, but you know, I made it right through it.
Right. Let's get on some base shit. I don't like. You need to come fuck with our culture more. Like, I know you love LA. You did a lot for this culture, but bro, we got some shit going on in Northern California.
You do.
I'm not just gonna say the Bay Area.
But is it still lit? Because I feel like there was a period of time during 2017, 2018, 2019, whatever, even like where constantly I was getting put on to all kinds of different like feuds and beefs and interesting things that were going on in the music and shit. And then lately I feel like it's been a minute since I really got somebody telling me you got to check out this Bay Area or NorCal artist, etc.
I'm to keep it 100 with you. It's definitely still lit. We definitely still got hella talent that you haven't tapped into. And as far as like the feuds and all them beef rapping shit, I don't even pay attention to that shit. Like, that shit can get you killed.
A lot of times that's the entry point to us knowing about shit, though. Is like
that's sad as fuck, ain't it? Like, I ain't gonna know about you unless you dead or are you catching a body? That's fucked up.
I mean, with street rap, a lot of times it's like the shit doesn't really become so big that people from other states find out about it until there is a conflict and there is something for people to make YouTube videos about and shit.
So basically you saying, fuck your music if you're not going viral smoking somebody.
No, you could be interesting in other ways. It's just typically like that a lot of times plays into people who are actually getting attention, right?
Wow, that's crazy.
Like when we first found out about Briss, it was like, oh, he has beef with these people. Look at this song. This song is talking about this person and yada, yada. And that was like a very easy sort of entry point for us to be like, oh, okay, like this is interesting. Now the music is good, but like in terms of it rising to the level that a bunch of people who are not from anywhere near there are paying attention to it, a lot of times the beef shit is kind of what makes people really stand up and pay attention to it. I'm not saying it needs to be that way or that it's great that it is that way, but I mean,
fuck that. That make Adam a lot of money. Kill each other. Fuck is you talking about?
Nah, I don't want anybody to die.
You
think I want people to die?
Not to die, but you want them to funk.
No, I don't want them to.
All right, cool.
If anything, like I'm happy as fuck seeing Tay Savage and FYBJ Maine on stream together and everything, and they are just acting in ways that I haven't seen in a while. I'm like, damn. So Tay Savage is now setting the precedent of being a BD rapper in Chicago that is able to hop on live and just have these cool ass conversations with people that he is supposed to fucking hate and he is supposed to go to war with if he runs into them in real life. I think that's an amazing development.
So Tay Savage, the little light skinned guy with the dreads, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
He's like a boy down there in Chicago.
He's a big deal. Yeah, he was locked up for like 10 years and he just got out. So it's kind of crazy. People are shocked to see him back on the streets.
Oh, okay. What, he like drill rap, a part of that whole scene?
Yeah.
Okay. He like O-Block?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tweak on it.
No, it's good shit. You tweak on everything, huh?
Tweak.
The slang up there is what always gets me too.
Yeah,
but no, I feel like all right, the NorCal shit and why it like oftentimes feels like it's staying in a box and it's like hard for that shit to break
talk
through.
to us, because the whole NorCal gonna watch this interview.
Yeah.
Give me, and I always ask that question to the NorCal artists, like, why you think we ain't on that next level yet? From your point of view, Adam 22, what's wrong with Northern California rap?
I think it's just kind of, it's insular. It's like the trends and the styles and everything are sort of like very, very specific to that place. And when you look at a lot of the Chicago rappers that people fuck with, it's like they don't have like a super unique, crazy way of dressing. They don't have like, you know, they have some like different types of slang and stuff, but for the most part, you could probably listen to all of Tay Savage's records and understand exactly what the fuck he's talking about without being from there. But at the same time, when I listen to a Mozzie record, there's all kinds of shit that I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And even like more underground artists, maybe Mozzie over the years has made his shit a little bit more legible to outsiders or whatever. But like, a lot of it is just hella foreign, and like even the hyphy movement is like perfect example of it. It's like, yes, it's dope as fuck that the culture had its own wave and its own thing going on and it was very unique and stuff, but a lot of times like a music scene can be like too unique that the rest of the country has a hard time getting it.
Me personally, I just think people ain't catching on because a lot of people like we talk about, getting money, sending bitches, and sliding. Like them the three main things damn near any rapper talk about. But in Northern California, it's getting money out of bitch or getting money in general. You feel me? Sliding and shit. What was the other one? I don't know, but mainly that's it. Like,
Right.
And I think if people would just give the music a chance, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you having me on here, that's a good look for Northern California or Oakland. The Jay Stylins, that's a good look. It's just hella culture that we have in Oakland that people we don't have these platforms. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like, all right, sometimes you need a massive star to come out of an area in order for people to then pay attention to all the other rappers from the area.
Larry June, we have G-Eazy's, we have Kalani's, we have Sweeties, we have them stars.
None of them are a Chief Keef. None of them are a Snoop Dogg, you know? Yeah. And even that, like, that's not necessarily enough in the long run.
E40.
That was a long time ago.
E40, yeah, but, yeah.
You know? Even, like, in New York, like, we've seen New York go long-ass periods of time with no rappers that anybody gave a fuck about.
Right.
But now, like even the Pop Smoke thing, I think, like, you don't get to, like, Bronx drill being as hot as it is right now without Pop Smoke in Brooklyn kind of popping off the drill scene in New York for everybody else. And that's not to say there weren't other drill rappers before him, but such a massive star kind of, like, ends up shedding light on so many other people from there. And I'm not saying that there's not rappers who are big stars from up north, but even in LA, bro, like, LA's rap scene right now in terms of, like, street rap, it's pretty dry. Not a lot of shit that people are really, like, paying attention to that's doing, like, 1 million views every music video. Whereas I can name a shitload of people from Chicago and New York who are doing that.
Right. Fuck them niggas. Fuck all that. What's your note say?
What's my note say?
We talk about drill rapping in New York. Fuck them niggas, man. Lil Blood TV in this motherfucker.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to ask you anything
niggas.
that. Oh yeah, I got good questions from back in the day that I ain't seen anybody ask you about.
Drill rapping and all that. We pimp rapping and getting money in Oakland, man. You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
man.
but the young generation thinks that music about getting money is lame.
Right.
Which is
because they
insane.
broke as fuck.
Yeah.
That's
so all they can do is kill each other.
Not a hustle.
Yeah. But that shit weirds me out. Okay. What's the one? There's a question that I had. Oh yeah. Because when I was going through deep in it, I saw you on Vlad having a conversation about 2Chainz getting robbed. And I was like, this is a very different Lil Blood right here. This is a version of Lil Blood that is not quite like the grown-ass man that I just saw the Bootleg Kev interview or the T-Rel interview, whatever. I'm like, this is a whole different dude. So speak to me about where you were at in your life, where you would even, it kind of sounded like you did it, but you didn't want to say it.
No. So, no, that's hella funny. Shout out to 2Chainz, much love. You know, nigga had to pull a Rosky-Dosky and work his mojo. So what happened was Dog was in San Francisco, and I was in the studio in San Francisco at the time. And blase, some shit happened, and people was pulling up. Like, bro, they just played 2Chainz right now. Like, they just played the fuck out of him right now at the Cannabis Club.
So he went to buy a bunch of weed?
I don't know what the fuck he went to buy. They robbed him. I wasn't there. I ain't gonna front my shit. He just ended up getting lashed or whatever. So
what's lashed for the
Rob?
Lash. Okay.
Shout out Lil AJ Lash Money. But long story short, I just posted it. I was just bullshitting. I just posted it while they was telling me. I'm like, 2Chainz should have tapped in. He got his ass robbed. Just being funny. I didn't know that shit was going. Man, all the blogs posted in like 30 minutes. There's hella people posting it. So shit, Vlad called me. It worked my mojo.
Right.
Just saying.
Hey, a little clout opportunity. I'm gonna take it.
For sure. I was clout chasing before clout was the word.
You gotta do it.
You gotta do it. But that shit was funny though. But at that time, I was deep into what I was doing. My illegitimate activities, I was deep into them.
Really?
Yeah.
At that time.
I was hella deep. Yeah. I'm glad you acknowledged the growth, man.
That's a different version of Vlad too, because Vlad is not the kind of person who would just do a phone call with a random person who happened to know about
stuff. He trying to get the story.
He's messy, but not like that.
Yeah.
That's
Who's
like,
messier, you or Vlad?
It's hard to say. He's very, very good at his job, and as a result, sometimes his interviews sound like police interrogations.
Your shit be sounding like that too.
Not like him.
I'm
a lot more laid back.
Yeah, you'll be.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay, listen, no. He's a federal agent. You're the undercover federal agent. So you got the undercover.
I'll give you an example. One time I watched a Kamaya interview that Vlad did because I had an interview lined up with her, so I watched his interview with her, and he asked her like all the best questions that like, you know, he's asking her about YG, he's asking her about all the shit. And by the end of it, I was kind of like, I had my list of questions, but I was like, I don't know if I even should interview her because this interview was so complete that I don't know if I'm going to be able to really like add anything new versus what he just did. But then she came in and the vibe was so different because Vlad does do such a different type of interview that is so much more like, let's lay out the exact specific facts. Whereas look at this interview right now. You know how Vlad cuts his shit up into clips? This would be very difficult to cut into clips because we're just all over the place having like a super random ass regular conversation, you know? Right. So I feel like that's kind of my strength is that my shit is a little bit more of a bro down.
Okay. Whatever the fuck a bro down is.
It's like a hoe down.
Whatever
but
the
bros
be down is.
A hoe down. What is a hoe down? It's where like a bunch of hoes be dancing and shit, right? She holds up a cig. You can smoke a cig. What do you smoke?
Newports.
Ugh, never mind.
Oh yeah, throw it. He said it's good.
I'm racist. I can't smoke a Newport.
Wow.
Oh. Nah, the Newports, I don't know.
What you smoke?
Nothing. Spliffs, really.
When last time you did some coke? Don't lie, Adam. Don't lie, Adam.
New Year's going into 2019.
Okay. Was it good?
Well, it ended up in like the most epic 5 fucking person orgy that I ever been in my life. So yeah, it was pretty good.
This the thing. I can't see how people snort coke now because of the fentanyl epic.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, fucked off the party drug, huh?
Bitch, I know just died off fake Xans.
Oh, yeah? How you feel about that, bro? That's fucked up, huh?
Crazy.
Like, I know a lot of people that OD. If I don't know them personally, I know somebody who knew them. That's some fucked up shit, bro.
Yeah, Lil Peep started that for me. Like, he was the first person I knew that I was friends with that died off of fake Xan. Yeah. And then it just keeps fucking happening over and over and over.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Don't kill me because you white. So I'm from Oakland, and we're dealing with hella crystal right now, right? But we didn't start dealing with crystal until white people started gentrifying our neighborhood. And that's when we got crystal. It was crack. I'm not saying crack was any better, but nigga, crack had people hooking cable up, fixing cars and shit like that. Like, you know.
It doesn't turn you into a monster in the same way.
Crystal got people stealing Cadillac
You can live for a long time as a crackhead.
Yeah,
the meth heads are dying a lot faster.
Bro, and I was telling my partner, like, bro, them white people bought that crystal shit over here, bro. All them techs from Silicon Valley and all that. Because we didn't know what the fuck crystal was until like 2-3 years ago. Well, 4 years ago, we started seeing crystal.
Right.
We start seeing crystal. Like, what the fuck is this? And then now, it's like people want crystal and don't want crack. And I blame it on my Caucasian brothers and sisters that gentrified our neighborhood.
Well, some would call that progress. They educated the community about like, hey, there's a better way to get high. There's more bang for your buck. I mean, they're trying to get loaded, right?
Sick as fuck, bro. You're crazy.
It's progress.
Bro. How's it progress from going from?
I agree, it's all bad, but clearly the clientele wanted it.
No.
Yeah.
Listen.
They're getting it.
Listen to what I told you.
They could buy whatever they want.
Listen to what I told you. Crack had people fixing cars, had people hooking up cable. You had the man to come turn your lights on when your lights get off. Crystal, they still in Cadillac converters. They got all these fucking mobile homes just parked in front of beautiful ass neighborhoods in Oakland. Just they're fucking dirty in the streets. They shit everywhere. Crystal dope fiends are different than crack dope fiends. Crack dope fiends have some respect about themselves.
I lived by downtown LA for a few years there, and that crystal is a motherfucker. Like, I just seen shit that I could never have imagined.
Yeah.
Even just the drugs in California, I think sometimes people who have lived here their whole life don't understand, because I moved from living in Queens and Brooklyn for 7 years, and then I moved to Long Beach, and the first day somebody asked me for black tar heroin on the street, and then by progressively I'm just like more and more exposed to how much drugs people do out here. And I know people do a lot of drugs on the East Coast and everything, but it feels like much worse out here.
Right.
In terms of like pure amount of fucked up drugs people are doing.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just think you need to talk to your people as a whole, Adam.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're like one of the faces of the white boys right now, like the white community right now.
Yeah.
You need to come together.
Well, if there are any crystal meth addicts watching this, I would like to tell y'all there is a better way. There is a better way. It's called crack. Take a step back in time, hop in the time machine, and go get yourself some crack. Nah, I don't support none of that. That's like the best piece of life advice I could give anybody is don't do drugs.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
They're all pretty bad.
But they're fun.
Yeah. When's the last time you popped the X pill?
when Mac Dre was alive.
For real?
No, I'm lying. Probably like 2008.
Really?
Yeah.
It's still a long ass time.
Yeah, it's a long ass time. I used to be fucked up. I was a fucked up individual.
Really?
Yeah. This is growth. Like, this is some shit you seeing now. Like, damn, I'm proud of you, Blood. Like,
No, I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
I wasn't around for all your shenanigans, but
yeah, this is growth.
yeah.
I was around for yours. I feel like I grew up with you.
Really? You were watching this shit for that long?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
I was a lame back then.
Lame as fuck. But once you're lame, always a lame. Fuck is you talking about?
Nah, I was cool. I was just like getting my feet wet. I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah. I mean, it was dope. It was something different. It was before.
Every time I interview a different rapper from a city, my knowledge just keeps progressively getting better and better at that city, and I'm able to speak about it in a more intelligent way. Whereas, like, sometimes I will go back and watch some shit that I did in 2016, and it's like, oh, bro, you had no business talking to this person.
No, I just think you was hella like corny, like you know, like now. You got your shit down. You swag your dress code be up to par. You got the little swoosh in your head. You feel me? You just be chilling now.
I don't think my outfit matches right now. For the record.
I don't either. But we you know
these are not hip hop approved.
How you do?
This is not. If I wanted to be cool, I'll be coming in here wearing some Jordans. I can't do it.
Nah, that ain't what you do. It's how you do.
Some Balenciaga sock shoes.
Listen, Pete, it ain't the shoes. It's the dude.
Yeah, but even the dude can't rock Birkenstocks in the hip hop world. Birkenstocks, they don't even know what it is. They're looking at it like, is that some new Yeezys or something? And then they see Birkenstock, they're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. But, you know, you probably got more money than a lot of people in the hip-hop world.
I used to talk hella fast in interviews. Like, fucking, I was just way too excited. I used to do interviews where I would, like, talk to the person and be like, so you sell a feature for how much? And, like, you don't even know the person, and like all like basic ass shit that we would never ask now. But I really wanted to know because I didn't really understand how the game worked exactly. You know,
error. And without them interviews, you wouldn't be sitting here with Lil Blood today. So you know that shit trial and error for sure.
Yeah, it's all about who's doing the interview too, though. Because one time I seen like Larry King interviewing Snoop Dogg, I think it was, or Howard Stern or some shit. He's like, "So you're a Crip. So if you see a Blood, you got to kill him." I couldn't ask a dumbass question like that, but the answer, and I definitely fucked up who was in the story, but the answer, it was like weird because like Snoop or whoever had so much respect for the person who was interviewing him that he answered the dumbass question like without a sign that it was a dumbass question, which I was kind of amazed by.
Fuck them. Give me some good advice about my podcast. I'm starting off in the beginning process of it. I know it's other people out there that's starting off shit. Give me some good advice.
My one piece of advice for you that might have crossed my mind while I was watching some of your interviews is when you have a question, make it short and just hit them with it, and then just leave the floor open for them. Like drop the question and then just get out the way.
Okay.
Which is not always easy because a lot of times, like especially if you're really vibing, you want to like ask a long ass question that includes your personal experience, or especially if you're asking a tough question, you want to pad it and like add a bunch more context to it. But that's one thing I see a lot of people kind of fuck up, and there was maybe like one or two moments where I was like, a brief question is actually like the most bold, confident thing you can do in an interview.
What interview did you watch?
Keek the Sneak. It actually gave me a crazy feeling because it's like I was getting ready for your interview and his interview at the same time, and I'm like, yo, this is so efficient that I'm like getting ready for both interviews at the same time because I'm writing questions for both of you while I was watching it. I never really had that feeling before.
Dope.
But it was like very dope that you had obviously so much reverence for him and like so much respect for him, and you're coming from such a similar environment. But yeah, I mean, no, it was a good interview. I can't.
Right. Yeah, that's what I want to know, because it's like you're one of like the pioneers of this shit. Just to give you your flowers. I know you catch a lot of hell, but you know I'm gonna give you your flowers. People say what they want to say about you, but you are helping the culture. You get what I'm saying? I might not agree with everything, and we got people out there that might not agree with everything, but at the end of the day, you can't take away for what you've done for the culture. You get what I'm saying? I'm
gonna be real with you. I feel like I'm way more in my bag right now than I've been in a long time because
when you brought a couple $100,000 in.
Yeah, I got you. Not that big. I've just been getting so much hate lately that it makes me not give a fuck about offending anyone. And I feel like that makes me a way better podcaster, to just be like unbothered by worrying about the criticism, which is like something that in general, if you want to be a good podcaster or whatever, you kind of have to be able to speak your mind without really like having 10 different programs that are running in your mind. Like, oh, is this going to offend the trans community? Is this going to piss off the woke ass people? Is this going to, you know, like you got to be able to put some of that shit aside and just be you.
So, co-part, I'm glad you said that. So I see comments sometime and I'll be like, fuck. And I'll be thinking about that shit for like 30 minutes. You get what I'm saying? It throw me off. And then I noticed that you can't satisfy anybody. So people was like sending me hate mail basically like, oh, your podcast, you're sexist, it's biased. You won't interview any gay people, this, that, and the other. But they talking shit. So it's this notorious guy from San Francisco. He's gay, and we had a very informative interview. And it's crazy, it's ironic. Notorious bitch. That's what he called himself.
That's his name?
Yeah.
Wow, all right.
But we had a dope-ass interview, and when I interviewed him, here's the slander.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
So y'all tell me to do this shit. I do the shit, and then here's the slander.
The lesson to be learned from that is you can't really take these people that serious in the comments in general, because there's always going to be people who love it. You know, like some of my most iconic interviews are interviews that I got a shitload of hate for early on because, you know, people just didn't understand who I was talking to or whatever. And even like when I started, I'm interviewing rappers and stuff. I'll interview a YouTuber or a porn star and get so much hate for it. And then I look back and it's like, oh, I interviewed Riley Reid. I did like her first podcast ever. It got 7 million views and it opened the door for me to interview a million other porn stars. But still to this day, if I interview a porn star, I'm gonna get a shitload of comments saying, we don't want to hear what this whore got to say. You know,
Right.
Anytime you try to do anything different, you're always gonna get that hate. So you got to be able to like read negative comments and not give a fuck because you believe in your mission that much, you know?
Right. So when you're interviewing and fucking these porn stars, you don't be spooked like them. I'm fucking all these hoes raw.
Well, I'm fucking them all raw too, so.
No, that's what I'm asking you. You don't be thinking like, damn, I'm fucking all these hoes raw.
No, we all get tested every 2 weeks pretty much.
Oh.
Which is, when you think about how much most people get tested, during my time, fucking bitches from the bar, raw, drunk as fuck, blacked out off coke, never getting tested.
Right.
But I made it through all those years without ever getting burnt. Then I started doing porn, boom, I get burnt.
You got burnt. You got burnt doing porn?
A couple times, yeah.
Damn. And see, and what the fuck? What's the testing every 2 weeks for then? And
Uh,
then you know who burnt you.
yeah.
You called him?
Well, one of them's not even like a porn star. It was just a random ass escort that I ended up smacking and just got burnt off her.
Hey, so you be paying for pussy?
No
more.
I'll be real with you. The only time I ever paid for pussy, no, I fucked her for free. The only time I ever paid for pussy was in China one time, and I fucked 2 random Chinese fucking chicks in like a nail salon for like $50.
Was it worth
Which
it?
I don't think it counts. Like they didn't even speak English. Like
Was it worth it?
it was worth it, I guess, but it was just stupid as fuck. Like it was just, I never had like a fig experience getting top with a condom on in the whip or something. I'm not trying to do that.
Hey, that'll go viral. You should ride around and pick up hookers.
Just smack them around.
Film it.
No,
I'm
not.
filming it. Like, hey, I'll give you a band. You let me fuck you.
That's a good way for me to get 86 out of the porn industry.
Oh, they does that?
Well, I mean, if they saw me fucking prostitutes off the side of the road, and then some top-notch girls were like, "We don't want to work with you."
Listen, how is
I would
a porn
understand.
star not a prostitute? Break that down. Please help me believe that. Please.
Well, for the record, a large percentage of them are escorting on the side, so they are literal
even
prostitutes,
escorting on the
technically.
side are fucking on camera for money. Like, how are you shaming a fig walker from what you're doing?
Well, okay, like just to put in perspective, if Riley Reid, who's married now, but like just for example, if she does a scene with another guy, who's she getting paid by? She's getting paid by either the fans on OnlyFans who are going to see this scene, or she's getting paid by the porn company that says, here's however many dollars for you to do this scene with this guy. So she's not getting paid by the guy. And I feel like that's kind of the line that separates prostitutes and porn
where the
stars.
fuck the money at if the porn shit is free?
Is not supposed to be free. You're supposed to pay for
Do
it.
they get paid off the free porn sites?
Like Pornhub and stuff. Yeah, there's like some of them they'll get paid by, but then some of them it's like you know, there's like Russian sites and shit like that. So like there's definitely sites that are uploading like people's OnlyFans content and not giving them any of the money. But you know, most of the girls these days are just trying to make money off OnlyFans, to be honest. And then they go shoot a scene with Vixen or Brazzers or whatever, and that's to get promotion so that they get more fans and more followers and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually weirdly like rap.
Right.
So you trying to get in the porn game? That's what I'm taking from this? No?
Fuck no. I wouldn't mind having some porn bitches just, you know, living in the house with me.
Yeah, I don't know if you want that.
Nah, just for the money though, like just like managing their careers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I look at Blueface as a genius because he is like, I mean, he got like 10 girls to come to his crib, the most ratchet chicks you could possibly find. They come to his crib. He occasionally gives them boxing gloves so they can beat the fuck out of each other. He'll have his team film little clips of them shaking their titties around and fingering themselves, whatever. I remember when I went there, they got just jars of weed everywhere. Like half the girls are rolling up blunts like while I'm in there. And then I think he told me he was making like 50 grand a month off OnlyFans. And I'm just like, this is a wild thing for a super successful artist to be doing with his time.
Hustling.
But hey, yeah, I respect it.
Hustling, like you're not gonna be hot forever in rap. Like you're not gonna stream forever.
But when Wack tells me how much money that guy made off Tatiana, I'm like, oh, you definitely don't have to be doing this. But it's pretty cool that you're still hustling that hard.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so what have you learned from doing the interview? Or how do you? Because I know you had like a whole music arc and stuff with the what's it, third world? I got it written down. I don't have to ignorant. Third world, because that song went viral recently.
Super. But so before I started doing the podcast shit, I was raw as fuck. I'm still in raw as fuck. Like the music shit, like I'm a god in the music, and super god. Like I'm one of, when you think of California, I'm gonna just stop saying Northern California. You for sure gotta think of Lil Blood, especially on the underground circuit. You get what I'm saying? And I just started the podcast because other people had me on their podcast and that shit go viral, and my team just was telling me like, bro, you gotta start your own, And I just did it one day and I like it. And it's a good transition because like I said, I'm not gonna rap forever. I don't wanna be 45 years old, 40 years old, still going to get $2,500 to perform. Get what I'm saying? So it's a great transition. You know, I wanna do music for life. I wanna be into music forever, but I think by me doing this, it's a hell of a transition.
Definitely.
Hell of a transition.
But could you see yourself going in like a corporate route? Like if they offered you a radio job or some shit, would you be able to be waking up in the morning and going doing that type of thing? Because I do feel like you have a strong delivery.
Everybody got a price. The bag big enough, hell yeah, I'll go. But if I build my platform, which I'm doing, I'm not gonna say if, I'm building my platform to where you gotta have a whole lot of money to buy me out. You get what I'm saying? We got different shows. We just started He Say, She Say with Haley and Glue Goof. We just started the Ed Lever show with my boy Ed Lever. Like we're kind of, like I said, we study podcasts. We study the No Jumpers. We're kind of just trying to build our shit up to where, you know, we don't have to go take no advances or nothing like that for our show. You get what I'm saying? We'll want a Spotify or something to just come buy us out. You get what I'm saying? And then, like I said, we're not inflating no numbers. They're all pure, they're organic, and we only been doing it for less than a year now. So we're coming up on our strong, solid year. And being that, I take that back, our year was last month. But being that from what we are today to when we started is just like beautiful. You know?
It's only been a year.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty impressive.
Like it's not, like I said, it's not every day you can call Marshawn Lynch to come sit down on your platform whenever. Just to be so open about hella different shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm proud of myself for that. Even though we're not doing millions of views yet, that's, of course we want to get there, but that's not our main focus right now. We want to just keep putting out this dope shit, these dope raw and uncut interviews, like a candid interview type shit. And that's what I'm doing.
Definitely. Who's like your dream interviews?
My dream interview. I got a few of them. Of course, the Jay-Z's. Of course, the Future. Of course, the Kanye. Matter of fact, Kanye, your daughter was just listening to my music, going crazy with her mama. Really? Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
For sure.
They used the song. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have that in my notes actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck them notes. Notes bunk as fuck. But they're my dream interviews for sure. Definitely. Yeah, I say Future, Kanye.
But like Northern California, who's like the goats that you haven't been able to tap in with?
The only person really, and he said it's cool. Two, E40, is whenever. We just gotta figure out some time. And then Larry June. So when Larry June get off tour, we'll figure it out.
He's very rare.
Yeah, very. I
had him in 2016.
Bass God.
Yeah.
Bass God.
Also very rare.
Bass God.
I've been
Bass
begging him
God.
for 5 years.
Yeah, I just talked to Bass God like 4th of July.
Yeah.
He's ready to come on. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like people, you see how he was like, man, I've been begging him for 5 years. He, Lil Blood, give me a date. Give me a date. Give me
Really?
a date. Yeah, for sure. Bass God. I got music with the Bass God.
Right.
Like I said, I was doing good in music before I jumped into this lane. And it's a blessing to still be relevant in the music and then relevant in the podcast game. I don't even like calling my shit a podcast because it doesn't have that podcast feel. We just chopping it up. It's that type of vibe to it. And the interviews are dope. They're crazy dope.
I'm always kind of amazed when anyone can get the bass god to do anything.
Yeah,
because he don't really do anything that we know
and that's
about.
what I pride myself on. Like I have relationships with these people to where, you know, Bass God, Blood, like I wake up and listen to your music. Like you get me? That shit is different.
Did you see when the Bass God did a Trippie Redd feature in a music video on the Lyrical Lemonade channel a few months back?
Swag like Ohio.
I could not believe it. I'm like, they got him.
Yeah,
they got him to do something. This motherfucker ain't like, because I heard from so many people that he gets offers for X amount of dollars to do shows or to do festivals or whatever, and that it's just, he just don't do it.
Yeah, he don't do it. Bass God is rare.
I wonder if you could ever really like fully explain that to me though, like, because it just doesn't, I don't, like, he had such an opportunity at a certain point and it felt like he was just like, whatever. No, I'm not doing all this shit. All these opportunities, I'm not doing it.
But then you'll hear the Uzis, well, my bad, the Lil Yachty's and shit. Like, bro, if it wasn't for Lil B, it wouldn't be me type shit.
Right.
He was like he made it cool for what Thug and them doing right now. He had to take all that slander for Yachty and them to walk around and just, you know, be their self, be weird, be free. Yeah. Lil B had to take all that first shit.
But then while all those people are seeking and getting the spoils from that shit, making all this fucking money and everything, he's just kind of ducked off doing God knows what. And not like, you know, maybe he just really doesn't care about money like that. Maybe he's got enough money that he don't have to be worried about it. But it is just kind of surprising to me. Most people in his position would be trying to make as much money as possible. But I guess that's a big part of why he's such a legend too, is that he didn't really take a lot of those opportunities.
Oh, the last time I seen Lil V, he still had on them Vans.
The same ones?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Last time I seen Lil B, still had the Vans on.
That honestly,
with some long dreads,
making it kind of cool to wear like dirty ass Vans for a while has got to be one of his biggest contributions, because I had never seen anybody in hip hop act like that shit was normal. And coming from the white boy skater BMX world, that was already normal, but he normalized it in hip hop. Although I would say now I don't see a lot of dirty ass shoes.
I think what Bass God did was more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did. Like I said, he made it okay for these SoundCloud rappers, basically. Like, to say nothing. Like, what the fuck are you rapping about? But it's just going crazy. Like, you feel me? And this other guy, I don't know, I seen some shit where you said you wanted to sign him. He be talking about his baby mama's crazy kid. Oh, fuck. I seen him on your show. He's crazy. He's crazy, bro. Yeah, you said you wanted to sign him. Light-skinned cat with dreads. He be rapping just crazy shit.
Oh, Rico Trap?
Rico Trap.
He's funny as fuck.
Rico Trap.
I like that guy.
Yeah, like that remind me of some Bass God shit.
That dude got 1 million followers on TikTok, but and he's super dope. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I could sign an artist though.
Right.
Too selfish. I got too much going on. I would love to, but I just don't think I got it in me.
It'll be all right.
You think you could do that? Is that a dream of yours?
Hell yeah, I got Lil Goofy. Where Lil Goofy at? I want you to meet Lil Goofy.
Oh, okay, Lil Goofy.
Yeah, Lil Goofy. That's my brother. Like so our songs are monumental. Like in the Bay Area, we have like hits, like super hits, and Lil Goofy down there on every last one of mine. So like, you feel me? You can hit us a tweet for sure.
So in Chicago, calling somebody a goofy is like the worst thing you can call him, right?
Look at him.
It's different out here.
Lil Goofy.
Okay.
Get it?
He ain't that little.
Get it? Nah, I was just wondering. Come say what's up to Adam real quick. Come wave at the camera, man. I was just speaking highly on my brother.
You got a pint in your pocket? What's going on?
Oh, my boy.
Lil Goofy.
Yeah, Lil Goofy. That's my boy.
Yeah? How'd you meet him?
Grew up from the same neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, he got a cold story too. He beat cancer just like my sis Haley. They both beat cancer.
Really?
Yeah. So the He Say She Say podcast we started, it's them two. And yeah, it's dope as hell.
That's dope. Yeah. So okay, what is the Bay or what does NorCal need to do to really prosper from your perspective? Because I've been seeing people talk about G-Eazy coming for his comeback, and I don't know, like as a person who was never really like listening to his music or whatever, I do wonder what that looks like. Or was G-Eazy ever like huge from your perspective up there, or was that more of like a college kid
different lanes
phenomenon?
Different lanes. Of course, G-Eazy is huge, and I know when he come back, when he be doing concerts around and shit, I know he grab the artist that's popping and all that and let him perform on his set and stuff like that. So yeah, but me personally, I've never got into G-Eazy music, but I'm super aware of who he is, and I do music, I rap, so of course, But as far as me riding around just slapping G-Eazy all day, I've never did that. I played like 1 or 2 songs that fuck with me and get some money. That song I liked that. That was a good G-Eazy song.
To me, that reminds me of when I met my girl. She was a big Lil Dicky fan, and I didn't know a single song.
About Lil Dicky.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And she like played me a couple songs. I'm like, oh, it's like comedy rap. She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Like,
Right.
but she was kind of surprised that I'm like a big rap fan and I didn't know about him. I know about him more now from like the TV show and shit.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like a lot of times like there'll be like weird white rappers that pop up and have their own little pocket that's like completely separate from everything else going on in the culture, right?
And that's what I think the Bay is. We in our own little pocket, which
bingo.
is fucked up because we need to grow outside of that. Definitely need to grow outside of that.
Yeah, in the long run.
Yeah, I fucked the long run. We've been running for too long now. I'm ready. I'm tired of knocking on the door and watching everybody eat steak. I done asked nicely, hey, can I get a piece of steak? No, can I get a piece of steak? I'm watching them throw the steak away. For a minute, that accent gonna be coming and being more aggressive. Give me this damn steak.
But you know what's funny to me? You're like a Bay Area, or not Bay Area, NorCal nationalist in the sense that like you really care about seeing where you're from win, and that's not something that you could say about like even for me, I'm not like super invested in LA having like a thriving music scene. I'll listen to music from whatever. It don't really mean that much to me. But you really got to see your city win, right?
It's not even that. It's a lot of motherfuckers up there that's hate on me. Fuck them. But the thing is, everybody from up there don't get these type of positions. So whenever I get to come on a No Jumper or a Fig Munity or a Bootleg Kev, nigga, I'ma preach for my section. Like, this is what we doing up here. Other than that, like, I'm not rooting for everybody up there, niggas. That's where my biggest hate come from, is my own section. But like I said, people don't get these type of chances where I'm from, and I'm gonna throw it out there. Like, this is what we doing. We got a whole look down there. That's all. That's it. That's all.
But so was there a bunch of controversy when you had YG and Tyga going up there and filming music videos and shit and like being really like celebrated by everybody? Like I think I seen some shit where people were acting like that was just dick riding and that wasn't cool.
Look at Adam in his notes.
Well, I seen it. I was watching the videos of them stomping around Oak Park or wherever the fuck they were at.
Yeah, nah, that's Oak Park is in Sac. I'm from West Oakland. They was stomping around
But
downtown.
They were okay. Never mind.
That's Doctor. So yeah, I got a little hate from it, but it was mainly
right, because I couldn't believe when I saw YG tagging you in that shit. I'm like, damn, he really trying to put on for where he at.
Yeah, shout out to YG. Like, they tapped in, made sure they was good. They shot their video in the neighborhood. It was a great shoot. Like I said, yeah, shout out to YG. But hell yeah, you're gonna get hate and love from whatever you do. But as long as the love conquer the hate, then we cool. And then a lot of that was some shit that I ain't had nothing to do with. It was a lot of Draco fans that was on there tweaking. And I don't got shit to do with that shit. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it's love to both sides. Like, I just interviewed Desto Dub. I was just fucking with Desto Dub. You feel me? Before then, I had YG and them in the neighborhood. And, that's Desto boy. And Desto and, oh, bro, this, that, and the other. No, they understand the nature of the beast.
I mean, me and Dub are both like very good friends of Desto or of Draco. At a certain point, if you want to survive in this game, you got to kind of take some of the politics and just put it on the shelf and be like, I ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm not going to talk about it on camera.
Right.
It just is what it is.
Because when I took my headshot, none of them same people who was talking shit was coming to my rescue.
And especially about a rumor or like some shit that people are saying. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, that's not my business, and I don't even entertain that type of shit. But I'm like, damn, it's a Bay Area platform and different. Like, all these motherfuckers coming on here trolling.
Right. But how'd you first start having a relationship with YG? Where'd that come from?
Davo and Mozzie. Shout out my bro Mozzie. It's crazy. I just got off the phone with him before we
Shout out
sat down.
Davo. Good guy.
Shout out Davo. Davo had called me, and he like, hey, I'm about to get YG your number. He wanted to shoot a video out in Oakland, and he wanted to know who to tap in with that to have him right. And I told him, I trust you with my life. This the only reference I got. And I guess he was asking him about some other shit, and Dave was like, yeah, you can go do that, that's fine, but the only reference I have is Lil Blood. So he tapped in with me, he ended up hitting me, and one thing led to another, and we got that shit popping. Yeah, for sure.
That's dope. But how do you feel about, like, is that out of the ordinary, or is that some wild shit from the perspective of the average person from out there to be having like superstar rappers from LA coming up and just letting them film videos in hoods up there and stuff? Like, is that like a very like noteworthy thing from the perspective of your area?
Man, shit, I'm good in my hood.
Right.
My hood was behind me 110%. I can't speak on what go on in other neighborhoods, but in Dogtown, my people was behind me 110%. And, and it's like that. Whether I'm wrong or right, if I'm wrong, they gonna still be behind me and chastise me when it's just us. You feel me? So I say this saying, if they don't respect your company, it ain't your house. So my neighborhood respect my company. And then there was a lot of rappers that was, he should have put somebody from the Bay on that song. It don't necessarily work like that. I shoot videos in LA without LA people being on my songs. I don't understand that. Like I said, it was just haters, trolls, internet trolls.
They're always trying to, backseat drive, basically. They want to tell you what to do while you're actually doing shit.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm forever reading comments that are like telling me you should interview this person, you should interview this person. And a lot of times they got a good point, but it's like, listen, to a certain extent, I don't control who likes me or who wants to do an interview or who just so happens to have a relationship with somebody else and they want to do the interview with them. And at the same time, it's like, I do hella interviews. I feel like I probably do more interviews than anybody else in hip hop media. And what am I supposed to just like double it up so I can like try to make everybody happy? Like, I can't do 20 interviews a week. I don't think I got it in me.
Right.
That would be difficult.
So sometimes I do 7 interviews in a day.
I heard you say that. Yeah, some crazy numbers you're putting up, huh?
Yeah,
but do you see the negative side of that ever?
No, the only negative side is when I'm driving home and I'm just in silent. Like it's a drain sitting here just talking to 6 or 7 different people.
My mind will be so sapped of energy by the end of that.
Oh, only if you knew it'd be. But I get through with it, and blessings. I'm able to even do it. Like I said, I'm playing catch up. Y'all done been in this shit for long. You probably got over 1,000 interviews. I'm playing catch up. So, if it takes me to put in them extra hours, I'm doing it. I'm willing to do it. Plus, ain't nobody fucking with me. Ain't nobody fucking with me. Like, period. Ain't nobody fucking with me. In my lane and what I'm doing. Ain't nobody fucking with me.
I remember one day there was a day I did 5 interviews in a row, and then I'm driving back to my crib. I'm almost at my crib. I'm so hyped to go to sleep, to lay on the couch and watch YouTube for an hour and then go to sleep. And I got a text from somebody inviting me to a party at somebody's house who's like one of the most famous people in the world. And I was just like, I cannot. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. I just did 5 interviews and I got 3 more tomorrow. I can't do anything.
Right.
And my therapist actually told me that was really good. She's like, you're acting on behalf of yourself right there. What do you think? Is gay to have a therapist?
Therapist?
Yeah.
Why?
I feel like if you want to be the best podcaster you need to do everything you can to understand your own mind.
So what does a therapist do?
Try to help you through your nagging thoughts and your repetitive shit that's just plaguing you in your brain, like work you through depression and all that kind of shit.
No, so you paying him?
Yeah.
You can pay me to talk to me.
I don't know if I would trust you with my mental health.
You trusting a stranger?
You're probably traumatized.
We all are traumatized.
You have shit that you would do. You'd be doing yourself a favor to work through it with a professional.
I got professionals. I am a professional.
No.
All right.
So I don't think you know. I don't think you know what professional means.
You don't even know me.
What, you're a professional in what way?
Don't worry about it. I don't know what it means.
Yeah. No. I don't know. It's just. Well, you think it's gay to have a therapist?
Nah, fuck no.
A lot of rappers or people who came up in the hood need therapy.
Okay, question. The chuckle shit, right? So would you? No, for real. Would you do like your girl and 2 men, like you?
Me being one of them? Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Y'all gonna do that?
Yeah.
So you buy?
No, I'm not gonna touch him. I'm a performer.
Oh, okay.
I'm an artist.
Right. Question though, like, you got a little mama though. Like, how are you gonna block her out from that?
It is what it is. Mom and dad do what we do. We've been doing this since before she was born.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she's gonna have to. I don't know. At a certain point.
Have you thought about it?
Yeah, of course. That's the most important thing in the world to me. And if I really believed that was going to be such a negative impact on her life, that her whole fucking life was going to be fucked up, then I probably would not have got deeper into the porn game, But at the same time, I know a shitload of porn stars who have families and have kids, and their kids have perfectly happy upbringings. Now, the thing is, those people are not like famous like in the way that me and my girl are. So that has kind of made us have to really rethink. Like I was posting my kid all the time. After the last month of my life, I kind of feel like I'm never posting my kid again. And if I have more kids, that everything about it is just going to be low key, because I don't want my shit to have I want it to have the least possible impact on their life. But, it's like the truth is that I got all kinds of shit people say about me anyway. If it wasn't for the porn thing, there would already be a whole shitload of shit that I would have to worry about my kid dealing with people saying about me in the first place. My kid is not going to be able to escape the fact that her dad has a big presence in the room when I walk in. Every time I go to these fucking private schools and shit, I'm just praying that nobody notices me.
Right.
Because I know that they're going to be having conversations about us, and it is what it is.
The parents definitely notice you.
Yeah.
They just ain't saying shit.
But I always feel like I come from the perspective where I feel very lucky I didn't end up locked up or fucked up. So to me, if that's all my kid has to worry about, oh, you're rich and you get to go to the best private schools in the country, and all you got to do is deal with the fact that people seeing your mom getting dogged out. Plus, that shit gonna be old news by the time my kid's grown.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be doing it forever.
I hope so.
Yeah. Are you anti-porn?
No, hell no. Who haven't watched porn?
I mean, probably everybody, right?
Yeah, who haven't watched porn? I just don't understand the world. That's why I just don't understand the world.
Everybody, when we have the conversation about me letting her work with another dude, is they kind of can't really say that much about it, so it always ends up turning to the kid part.
No, I just want another question, and fuck all that. You did what you did. I ain't worried about that. I'm not breathing on that. I salute you, like I said. That's you in your personal life, and they can talk about that in their under interviews and try to bash you for it. I salute you for it.
Appreciate it.
So, fuck them. Don't let that shit get to you.
Here's my question. Do you ever have times where it's kind of hard for you to keep your nose clean? Because there's so many people getting dirty money up there.
All the time.
Opportunities are right there.
All the time. Even with fighting different shit, personal shit in my life, all the time. It's a battle. It's a struggle every day. Every day is a struggle. But mentally, I'm somewhere where I can't make no excuses. You get what I'm saying? So I got a son. He can't see me sweat. So mentally, even though it be tiring, Adam. It be tiring. Like when I say, Jesus Christ, I be needing a break. But I can't let this little dude see me sweat. And I got to keep going, keep my mind strong. Of course, you won't like fast money, of course. But what I'm doing now is going to make sure my son's okay. And I'm banking on that for sure.
Definitely. Yeah. You got to be looking out for the kids. You still working on making more kids?
No, hell no.
You're done? How old are you?
I'm done.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah,
I'm just getting started.
You want more?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I had my first one at 37.
Yeah,
Which, you only got one?
Yeah.
Okay. And how old is he?
8.
29? Yeah, okay.
And I was scared because, like I said, at that time, the things I was doing, I was scared to accept fatherhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was ripping and running, but that's the best shit that could have happened to me.
My girl was pregnant during the 2020 shit, and when I was gonna go to march or go to one of the protests or some shit, I was just gonna go hang out, have fun, whatever. My girl was like, "No, you're not allowed to. You got a baby on the way. You like, I can't have you out there. You're gonna get COVID. Like, I was like, I'll bring security. She's like, no, like it's not happening. That was the first time she ever like really told me that she wasn't gonna let me do something. And that was a weird feeling of like, oh, okay, this is what I have to look forward to. All of a sudden, my life means a lot more than it meant before, because if I die, then it's gonna really fuck up the lives of me, of not me, but my girl, my fucking kid. Like that's a lot to bite off.
Yeah, I can see that.
Even though realistically going to those protests is not nearly as dangerous as a lot of the hoods that I've been to and shit.
Why was you going to the protests?
Show support. I don't know. See what's going on.
Was you bringing the camera with you?
I don't think I was planning on it. And then I seen MGK there, and I'm like, this white boy's soaking up all the clout. I should have been there.
Yeah.
And I seen him get punched at the fair today.
The white boy at the West Coast. Huh?
Well, I'm trying to be.
Right.
I can't help it that he's drastically more famous than me.
Who just got socked at the fair?
MGK.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, his security guard seems like he shut it down, but there's like a crazy ass video. He's like, he shoves Megan Fox into like this metal fucking fence and shit, and like you can't really see who punched him. But I was like, damn, okay. MGK getting swung on at the fair.
That's crazy. He got socked or he got swung on?
You don't really see it in the video, so it's kind of hard to say, but it says that that's what the security guard is like reacting to.
Right.
I don't know.
Fuck that nigga. I don't listen to his music anyway. No. Next question. What's your note saying? Fuck him, MGK.
Oh, yeah. So,
fuck about him.
Let's get spicy. Let's get spicy. All right. Why did Lavish D take a photo with your mama?
That wasn't my mama.
It wasn't?
Fuck no.
I heard like an old ass interview clip with you talking about it.
That was clout chasing. That wasn't my mama.
So you were lying or he was lying?
He was lying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that ain't my mama.
But you had pre-existing issues with him?
Yeah, we all did, but I'm not about to get that Mark the platform.
Oh.
Like, God bless him and whatever he's doing. I'm not looking for him. I'm not turning for him, but that wasn't my mama, bro. You don't believe everything you hear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking with your mom is always bad, so I'm glad that wasn't your mom.
Come on, bro.
What's your relationship with your mom like?
I love my mom. I just seen my mom yesterday.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
She's holding it together?
Mom, strong, saucy. Hell yeah.
Saucy mom. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would give my mom saucy.
Saucy.
She cool, but
that's Oakland. That's our lingo. Saucy.
Yeah.
Wet, saucy, nice, cool.
My mom's an old ass librarian. Well, she used to be a librarian.
She cool as fuck. Like, you know?
Super cool.
She saucy.
Just found out about the fucking porn thing.
She called you Adam?
She asked my sister about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's probably kind of weird for her to find out.
Everything you see on the internet.
Well, I heard a whole interview where you were talking about it, but you didn't seem mad about it, so I was kind of confused.
Nah, because it's not my mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's like I said, the internet is a dangerous place and it's a fucked up place. I was just telling my people, like, I haven't been on Instagram all week. Like, I'm trying to detox myself from that.
Really?
Hell yeah, because we get caught up in that world, some like Black Mirror type shit. So, and that's what social media do to you. Social media will have you posting all type of shit, dissing people that don't even care about you. Like, social media is crazy, and it just had you making up stories.
Yeah. When I was on my honeymoon, I tried deleting Twitter and Reddit and Instagram for a couple of days. I felt very alone and bored. I was like, I need to know what's going on, bro. I just feel detached from the reality. Like, I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what's going on.
Right. Me too, but I'm just trying to stay off of it for now. I'm trying to leave it alone. I'm not saying I'm done with it. I just need to limit the time I spend on it.
Definitely, that's good, yeah. Like even sometimes me and my girl will be laying in bed, we're both looking at Twitter and TikTok and shit for like 2 hours before bed.
Right. You just up strolling.
We could have been reading books. We could have watched a movie.
Do y'all be sharing the same phone or she and her phone too?
She and her phone.
Okay.
And it's super annoying. We're both on TikTok. We hear a sound that sounds interesting. Like, what are you looking at? What are you laughing at? It's like, look at the TikTok together. Back to the phones. I'm like, this is a weird world that we live in.
Definitely weird. Black Mirror.
Yeah, I could have, sometimes I think about all the movies I want to watch, all the documentaries I want to see, all the books I want to read.
Do you have time for that?
Not if I'm looking at TikTok for 2 hours every night.
No, I'm saying, do you have time, like, being in this profession, do you have time to be a regular family man? Like, you know?
Yeah, kind of, but also kind of, I get to hang out with my kid for like an hour or two in the morning before I go to work, kind of. And then usually I'll get home with like an hour or two I try to keep the weekends clear so that I can be the best dad possible,
Right. How old is your baby?
2.5.
2.5.
But then sometimes I feel like I'm kind of like not hustling the way that I'm supposed to be, because a lot of times, like even like this weekend, if I was at Rolling Loud Saturday and Sunday, I mean, that would be a good thing for my career. That would be a good thing for my relationships and my networking.
Right. In Miami?
But I'm trying to be a dad too. Yeah. You know?
Right.
I don't know.
It'll be all right.
You got to pick and choose.
It'll be all right.
You're really about to go drain the lizard, huh?
Yeah. It'll be all right. Can you talk shit to Goofy? Goofy, check it out.
What do you want to tell them to check out while you go piss your brains out?
What I want you, man, of course, check out the podcast, Lil Blood TV. Check out my music. Check out the latest projects I put out, the Book of Dawa, Bloody Waters with me and Mozzie, Sir Monty Wayne with me and Lil Goofy. They're my last 3 latest projects. Y'all go check them out. I'm about to go drain the lizard. I'm about to come back and tell Adam how racist and fucked up he is toward the African-American community and how his forefathers had slaves and all type of shit. The Confederate flag.
Don't speak down on the French Canadians.
His great-great-great-grandfather drew up the Confederate flag.
Drew it up. Designed it.
Yeah, designed it.
All right. What's going on, Goofy? How you doing? I hate calling you that, Jolly. It feels so offensive.
Goof, it ain't offensive. I play too much. It be like that sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So with you, man, I'll be tuned in to you for sure.
Yeah? I appreciate it.
Yeah, I fuck with your shit. But I don't be doing shit, rapping with this nigga. Just started a new podcast, so
Okay.
that's going up.
Yeah?
Me and Haley.
It changed your life?
Music did.
Mhm.
The podcast, I'm just starting it, so.
Right.
But everybody feeling it. Everybody that been tuning in.
Is that like a burn type thing that you got going
No,
on?
I had cancer.
Oh,
It's
shit.
right
You said
here.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, so that's where they cut it out of you?
Yeah.
You feel lucky to be alive?
Hell yeah. That's why I don't be taking nothing for granted. Like,
Damn.
enjoying my life while I'm here. Second chance, I feel like.
Damn, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
How long were you on chemo, or they just cut it out of you?
No, I did chemo, everything. My hair fell out. This is my second set of dreads.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn, what was that like, losing your dreads? Just
I don't know. I had just got my hair done, like right when I started the chemo. Then I was in the car one day, and I like just went like this through my hair, and like 4 of my dreads was in my hand. Like
holy shit.
I ain't even say nothing at first. My stomach just dry. I was just spook. Then I just started playing a little bit more. Like 2 more came out. I was sick. I ain't gonna lie. I was like,
But how long ago was that?
probably like 6 years ago, probably.
So you've been back to normal since then? Like,
Yeah.
'cause that's just gotta fuck up your energy levels and make you super sick for a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
time, right?
For a long time. I feel like when I was fighting through that, like normally they'd tell me like when I go take the treatment it'd be like 8 hours, but they'd be telling me like spend a night. But I feel like if I would have just stayed there and just laying there type shit, like I don't think I would have make it. So every time I did my little shit, I'm back outside. Like no matter how weak and drained I was, like I never let that shit affect me. Like I had just had a baby too, so
Whoa.
like I had to get back outside, make shit happen. Like whether I was gonna be here or not.
How'd you end up being Lil Goofy?
In school, playing too much. I was class clown, one of them biggest class clowns.
So it's not like a Chicago Goofy type thing?
Nah, fuck no. Let a nigga try me.
That's like
What you talking about?
words that they will fucking kill somebody over.
For sure.
That's like the most serious insult. I gotta be careful. Out here is weirdo.
Yeah.
You can call somebody a weirdo and get killed.
Oh, almost. Cornball.
Cornball goes hard up there?
Yeah.
You got any,
you a
like-
cornball? You?
I mean, cornball normal, but
That's like Goofy out there.
yeah. What? Give me some up north slang that I need to know about.
Up north slang. Shit, you feel me?
You view me?
Feel me? Whoopty. Yarnus. That's the little.
Yeah,
you
where's
feel
the
me?
Yarna thing? Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, I hear smacking them say it all the fucking time. Well, I hear people quoting it all the time, and I know it comes from them. But so you're the Yarna god? The Bay in general.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out Smack. That's my boy. Give me some words up here. I need to know. I don't
Some
be out here
words
too
that we
much.
use out here?
Yeah, what you use? You and your boys.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Y'all just regular.
I just steal slang from every different city. Every rapper I interview, I pick
Put
up
it
a
all
little
in one.
something, you know?
And you just mix everything up.
Yeah. Because I still say a lot of like shit from where I'm from. Say wicked. That shit wicked hard.
Where you from?
New Hampshire.
Tell that nigga wicked.
The shit. No, that like.
That's hella weak.
Say, yeah, your shirt's wicked gay. Like, I grew up saying that shit nonstop, and it doesn't translate out here.
Nah.
When I fuck up and say it, people will be talking like I'm
I ain't
fucking.
never heard nobody just
Say wicked.
Yeah.
That's some cool shit. Witchcraft shit.
That's what it sounds like, some witchcraft shit.
And all, like, even I was just with Whack 100 and I'm saying pause. He's like, he still can't get used to people saying pause.
Yeah, that should be crazy.
Y'all don't fuck with pause?
Man, I gotta pause everything. Nigga can't say shit now.
Oh,
man.
word?
Everything pause.
Made its way over? Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. You
gonna
get down to finish this thing off? Blood?
Blood. Say it like that. That's how they say it.
Blood? Whoop.
Hey, you see? That's why I gave you flowers. You don't know Goofy from a can of paint. I said, man, let Goofy get on you. Come on.
Well, you had to drain the lizard.
See what I'm saying? Real.
Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah. Salute. That's what I'm talking about, you know? Passing the torch, helping the culture, fucking with the culture. You know, you could have easily, I don't know the guy, no.
Well, it becomes weird when your platform gets real big. Not like that. That was obviously just all good. Like, he'd pop into your interview. But in general, it's like sometimes, like, a lot of my biggest interviews back in the day were people that realistically had no business getting a fucking interview by anybody. Right. And then they blew the fuck up and it became like the biggest thing I had ever done. But then at a certain point, it's like, oh, I got 5 million subscribers. Do I need to be more selective about who I interview? Because, you know, maybe it doesn't make sense to put somebody who's tiny on a big platform. But it's all about the personality, too. Because
I'm big?
You're doing your thing.
I'm big. Okay, let me know that. He's tiny. Hold on, I'm a big deal.
Nah. But, you know, I like to talk to the podcasters because they usually have better language skills than the rappers.
Yeah.
A lot of rappers can't talk.
But I'm both, though.
Yeah.
I just rarely jumped into this podcast lane, and I like it. I love it. It's good. Definitely.
A lot of rappers are living a lie.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of hard to interview somebody who's just bullshitting all the time.
It's like this, though. Check this out. Peep game, check play.
Tweak on this.
It's a tweak. Okay, art. It's an art form. It's a form of art. So for sure, you know, you ever read a book and a book always more better than a movie?
Sometimes.
Okay, that's what the rappers is. They might be a little bit too heavy with their paintbrush. Like me, for example, hell yeah, I done been heavy with the paintbrush. You get what I'm saying? But it haven't been to no major shit to like, I'm just woofing. Like, you know, say I got my gun on me, right? It's a regular gun. I might just be like 30 in my pocket. Bitch, it's a stock on there, but you got your gun.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I paint the shit like that.
No, I believe I can take some of those liberties too. Like, I'll be telling a story and I won't even try to really remember the exact details. I'll just be kind of winging it at a certain point.
Anything.
And also, like, I have no business trying to remember a story from 10 years ago. I don't know what happened, realistically.
Right.
I might be just completely lying about certain parts of the story. It was 10 years ago. I can't remember.
Right.
Not to mention shit from high school.
It'll be all right. You went to high school in New Hampshire. What's like the whitest place you ever been? Like, I wouldn't advise none of my black friends to go there.
Well, maybe New Hampshire, but I also always think about. When I first went down south is when I really heard people dropping hard R's around me and stuff, and I was like, oh fuck, okay.
Right. Like Louisiana type shit.
I forget exactly where I was, but I remember. Oh no, I was in Greenville or I was in North Carolina, and we got in a bad car accident, and then this dude was giving me and my homeboy a ride to a hotel, and he says straight up, he goes like, there's a hotel right here, but there's way too many ants there, so I'm gonna drive you to this other hotel down the street. And I just look over at my friend, and he's staring at me like like he couldn't believe it because he dropped the hard R, but he wasn't saying it in like, he wasn't trying to be mean. He was really trying to protect us.
He said it.
No, I'm saying it's fucked up. But he was really trying to like give us like good game. Like, you don't want to go there because you're gonna get robbed or something.
I understand that he could have said that.
Yeah, exactly.
But by saying that hard R, that ain't no way he said.
But that was the first time I had heard somebody say it in such a casual way that it was like nothing to him, and that was like particularly mind blowing to me as a kid.
Have you ever said it?
Oh yeah, of course. But with an A, realistically, probably not a lot of ERs over the years.
But you used the ER. You done been that mad before.
Nah.
You done for sure been that mad before.
I never been so mad I screamed the hard R at somebody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not a Klansman. Lil Blood.
We're going to ban Adam. And I'm not a Blood or Crip. It's just a name.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm an elite interviewer. I don't need to ask you the most basic question that you tell everybody in every interview.
Right. Yeah. So who you get your game from? Like, who you studying me on? You didn't do the studying yourself? Who helped you, Laura?
No, I did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think Remo might have added a few questions to my notes.
Oh, shout out Remo.
Yeah. He helps me with stuff, but yours was for the most part me.
Yeah, you had to tweak on me.
Yeah.
'Cause I was hot as fuck when I came up here last time. I wasn't feeling you.
Wait, why?
Huh? Why? I told you. I thought y'all was just like, that's when
Oh, the conversation you had with T-Rail?
Yeah.
That doesn't count as hot as fuck. You were chilling.
I wasn't hot, but you know.
You were like trying to talk a little shit, but you were being nice about it.
Yeah, because I'm not no hater.
Yeah.
But I'm going to address what's on my mind. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, yeah.
No, that's fair. We deserve, anybody can criticize for sure. I've definitely put myself in that position by not giving a fuck for all these years.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay. Any last words before we, I might have to drain the lizard as well.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Nah, just salute to you, Adam. Shout out to my bro, Lil Goofy. My son gonna see this. Serve me, Lord. I love your life. But just fuck with me. Podcast, streaming, whatever. Just tweak on my life. Get a tweak on what I got going on. And like I said, tweak on Northern California more because we do got some good people down there. And, you know, with cult like followings, don't let no Instagram followers or likes discourage you.
Well, if you got any recommendations, feel free to send them through because I'm always looking to be first on some good shit.
Okay.
Not even first, but, you know, first in terms of bigger platforms because these days you never get anybody first. They always do a smaller interview before they do the bigger ones.
Right. But I got it. Like I said, my shit going places.
No, you going hard.
Yeah, and you should. I'm telling you, we on air, so your 5 million subscribers.
I'm coming on. Don't worry.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming on.
We gotta figure out a date.
Let's go.
Yeah, before the year over with.
Lil Blood,
Yes, sir.
who gets a lot of phone calls. Right now he's getting 2 phone calls.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, he has an option. He could choose one or hang up on one. Call waiting. What a thing. Hey, Lil Blood, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, Adam.
Much
Yes,
love.
sir.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Turn my man up on all social platforms and whatnot. Like, comment, and subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want to support.